If your CSV dates look fine, but Excel turns 0304 into the wrong day, you're not alone. This usually isn't a bad file problem. It's a locale problem. Excel has to guess what 0304 means, and different regions read that as DD, MM, or MMDD. The scary part is that the import can look correct at first, then quietly shift dates later when you sort, filter, or refresh. That's how reports end up off by a month. The fix is not one magic button. You need to control two things: how Excel interprets the text during import, and what data type the column becomes afterward. Once you lock those down, the dates stop flipping. In the next few minutes, you'll get a reliable checklist you can reuse for any CSV. Next step, let's make the problem concrete. A date like 01/02/2025 is ambiguous. In many countries, that's the 1st of February. In the US style, it's January 2nd. Excel doesn't store what you meant. It stores a serial number after it decides what the date is. So if Excel guesses wrong at import, the underlying value is wrong, even if the formatting looks normal. Another trap is that some rows might be unambiguous, like 13/02/2025. Those import correctly and make you trust the column, while the early dates quietly flip. That mixed behavior is why people miss it. The key takeaway is simple. If your CSV uses slashes and day numbers under 13, you must assume Excel can misread it unless you force the locale. Next step. Before fixing anything, confirm what you're dealing with. First, identify the CSV's intended format. Is it DD, MM, year YYY, MM, DD, year YYY, or ISO like YYY, MMDD? If you don't know, check the source system or look for a date with a day above 12. Next, check whether Excel already converted the column. A quick clue is alignment. Dates often right align, text often left align, but that's not foolproof. Better is to test one value. Change the cell format to general and see if it becomes a number. If it's a number, Excel already committed to a date interpretation. If it stays as text, you still have a chance to convert correctly. This diagnosis step saves time because the fix is different depending on whether you're correcting an import or repairing already converted values. Next step. Now for the cleanest approach when you're importing a CSV manually. Don't double-click the CSV and hope for the best. Instead, import it and explicitly set the date interpretation. In Excel's import flow, you want to control the column data type and the locale used for dates. If you can choose a date format or use locale, do it there, before the data lands in the sheet. The reason is that Excel's first conversion is the most dangerous one. Once the wrong serial numbers exist, formatting changes won't fix the underlying values. If your import tool offers "Do not detect data types," that can also help. Bring dates in as text first, then convert with the correct locale afterward. That extra step feels slower, but it prevents silent corruption. Next step. If you already opened the CSV and the dates are wrong, you have two common scenarios. Scenario 1. The values are still text, just displayed like dates. In that case, you can convert correctly using the locale-aware method. Scenario 2. Excel already converted to date serial numbers, but chose the wrong meaning. That's harder, because Excel thinks the values are valid dates. For example, 03/04 might have become April 3rd when you needed March 4th. At that point, you can't fix it by changing the cell format. You must rebuild the date from its text components or re-import the file correctly. The fastest reliable fix is often to go back and re-import with the correct locale, especially if you have many rows. Repairing in place is possible, but it requires careful parsing. Next step. Let's talk about the regional settings angle, because it confuses people. Excel has your system's regional format, and it also has import behaviors that may override or ignore it. Changing Windows or macOS region can affect how Excel interprets dates, but it's a blunt tool. It can also break other workbooks, separators, and number formats. A better mindset is, don't rely on global settings for a file-level problem. You want the file import to be explicit and repeatable, especially if you share the workbook with someone in another country. If your process depends on your computer's region, it will fail for someone else. So treat system locale as a last resort for quick one-off work, not a robust fix for a reporting pipeline. Next step. Power Query is where date issues often come back, even after you fix them once. Power Query tries to be helpful and automatically detects data types. That auto-detection can convert a text column into date using the wrong locale. Then every refresh reintroduces the problem. The solution is to take control of two steps: the source interpretation and the type change step. If you see a step like change type, treat it as suspicious. It may be applying date without specifying locale. A reliable pattern is keep the column as text when it enters Power Query, then convert it using a locale-aware conversion. That way, the refresh behaves the same on any machine, regardless of regional settings. Next step. Here's the core Power Query fix. Change the column type using locale. When you convert a column to date, you want to specify which culture the text is written in, like English United Kingdom for DDMM, or English United States for MMDD. This tells Power Query how to read the text before it becomes a real date. It's different from just setting the type to date. Without locale, Power Query may use the machine's culture, which makes your query non-portable. After you apply the locale-aware conversion, verify a few known dates, especially ones with day numbers under 13. If those are correct, the rest usually follows. This one step is the biggest upgrade you can make for reliable CSV refreshes. Next step. Another common trait is mixed date formats in the same CSV. Maybe one system exports DDMM, another exports ISO, and someone concatenated files. Power Query can't guess consistently, and any single locale rule will fail on part of the data. In that case, you need a normalization step. A practical approach is to detect the pattern per row. ISO dates often contain hyphens and start with 4 digits. Slash dates can be split into 3 parts. If the first part is greater than 12, it's probably DDMM. If the second part is greater than 12, it's probably MMDD. For truly ambiguous rows like 03/04, you need a business rule. Pick the expected locale based on the source file, or add a source column before combining. The goal is to standardize to one true date type. Next step. Let's cover the text that looks like a date problem. Sometimes the CSV contains dates with extra spaces, non-breaking spaces, or hidden characters. Power Query may fail to convert, leaving errors or nulls. The fix is to clean before converting. Trim removes leading and trailing spaces. Clean can remove non-printable characters. After that, convert using the locale rule. Also watch for different separators, like dots instead of slashes, or month names like 04 2025. Those require a different parsing strategy. The key is to separate cleaning from conversion. If you try to do both at once, you'll chase random errors. Clean first, then parse, then set the final type to date. That gives you predictable refresh behavior. Next step. After you fix the dates, you still need to validate, because a single flipped month can wreck a dashboard. Use a simple validation routine. First, sort by date and scan for impossible jumps, like a sudden shift backward. Second, create a helper check for day and month ranges. For example, count how many dates fall on the 1st through 12th, then sample a few and confirm they match the source. Third, compare totals by month against a known report. If your March numbers suddenly look like April, that's a red flag. In Power Query, you can also keep the original text date in a separate column during development. That gives you an audit trail. Once you trust the conversion, you can remove the extra column to keep the model clean. Next step. If you want to prevent this problem permanently, standardize the export format. The most robust date format for CSV is ISO 8601, YYY-MMDD. It's unambiguous across locales, and most tools parse it correctly. If you control the system that generates the CSV, change it there. If you don't, you can still normalize inside Power Query by converting from the source format into a true date, then optionally exporting or storing as ISO text for downstream systems. Also, consider using a delimiter and encoding that behave well across regions, like comma with UTF-8. But be aware that some locales use semicolons as separators. The big idea is to remove ambiguity at the source, or at the first ingestion step. Every step after that becomes simpler. Next step. Let's wrap this into a repeatable checklist you can use every time. 1. Identify the source date format and assume ambiguity when days are under 13. 2. Import deliberately. Either set the locale during import or bring dates in as text. 3. In Power Query, don't trust auto-detected types. Replace change type with a locale-aware conversion. 4. Clean the text before conversion if you see errors or nulls. 5. Validate with spot checks and month-level comparisons. If you follow that flow, you stop fighting Excel's guesses and you start controlling the data. If you want more workflows like this, subscribe for practical Excel and Power Query fixes, and comment with your situation. Are your CSV dates in DDMM or MMDD? Small tweaks compound into massive performance gains. Subscribe to catch the next workflow optimization.